All right, now I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a TV junkie, a TV fanatic. However, I do have a few shows that I really dig, and each season there's one or two that I'll try to watch in real time as a fan, or at least DVR them. Historically, my all-time favorite TV show is easy. Number one, The Sopranos. Number two, Ray Donovan. In fact, I want to talk tonight about a show that I really dig. At least I dug season 1 and season 2. And I'll recap the first episode of season 3 last week. The second episode is on tap tomorrow on IFC. And that is this show starring Hank Azaria, who played a great role a couple of years ago in Ray Donovan. A dramatic role. And this one, whoops, there it is. In Brockmire, he plays Jim Brockmire, a washed-up play-by-play announcer who ruined his chance in the primetime with an embarrassing incident that got him booted off of the big-time airwaves and made him into a disgrace. He's had to travel the world until finally getting an opportunity to do minor league baseball in Pennsylvania, but not on air, instead online. And he's made into a viral sensation, and he's clawing his way back into the big leagues, and that's what season 3 is all about. Now, in the trials and tribulations of Jim Brockmire, one of the beautiful things, and at least things that I'm able to relate to so much, I'm a guy who's done play-by-play. And a lot of baseball particularly gives you a lot of chances as a play-by-play announcer to wax poetic. Now, Jim Brockmire, who wears the famous Lindsey Nelson-esque jacket, right? Plays an old-time type play-by-play announcer who has an opinion on everything, and he waxes poetic and philosophizes during the play-by-play of the game, and he's able to intertwine the game beautifully and seamlessly with the call to action into his sometimes outrageous and outlandish thoughts. And in outlandish thoughts, I think that's correct. And in season 1 or 2, what they did so nicely, not to make fun of it or belittle of it, but it's part of his character, and you can empathize, I guess, and you feel somewhat of pity, but it is comedic genius in how his addictions and demons overpower his overpowering personality already, and he comes out with some of the outrageous and insane during his one-liners and doing play-by-play on and off the air. It's just a great show. And it embodies, again, that old-time classic play-by-play announcer with the new age multimedia dimension that we're going in. He becomes a viral sensation. It's just a really cool show. And they had some great characters. Amanda Peet, who is another fabulous actress. She was his love interest in seasons 1 and 2. Charles was his sidekick, a big part of his life, who tried to, a teenage boy who is coming into his own manhood and gets Jim back on the air and is really a whiz kid, so to speak, in working multimedia angles and gets him becoming an online sensation. And they develop a relationship, and Jim, in sort of a dysfunctional, twisted way, becomes like a father figure, or older brother figure, but Charles is more the adult in the relationship. And it's just really cool how he plays off these two characters with his addictions. And going into season 3, it kind of comes to a fork in the road for Jim, who needs to either sober up or his life's going to fall apart and he'll never get back to the bigs as he's coming this close. Now in season 3, it's a much different Jim Brockmire, okay? He's sober, number one. He's sort of spiritual. He's a lot more toned down. Amanda Peet's character has not played a role yet. That young lady in the picture, her name is Gabby Taylor. And Brockmire's deal right now is for the Oakland baseball team. They don't call them the A's. I guess they're fictional. He is actually pinch hitting for this guy, who's a great actor, J.K. Simmons. Matt the Bat Hardesty. Matt the Bat Hardesty. Inside joke there. Figure it out. Brockmire-esque kind of joke. But Simmons plays the role of a former jock and play-by-play announcer for the A's who has cancer and he needs to take a leave of absence. And Jim's going to get a chance to be the play-by-play announcer into the season for the Oakland Ball Club. And it picks up in season 3 where he's in Florida working with that character, Gabby Taylor, who's a former Olympic softball champion, much like, I think her name is Jessica Mendoza, the girl, the young lady, I should say, does color commentary on ESPN and does the Mets games, and she's awesome. I hope I got her name right. She does a great job with Alex Rodriguez, but they kind of play off of her character in Brockmire, and she is getting her first crack at the big time in broadcast, and she's dealing with the sober character in Jim Brockmire, and they try to mesh. And Matt the Bat plays a role, G.K. Simmons, in episode number 1, kind of the meathead jock, but a very much toned down Brockmire. The addiction's not there, and that's where the laughs come. And they do a good job of teasing you with episode 1, where Jim is finding himself in his sobriety, and he's trying to get in the good graces of being Gabby's partner and trying not to let his personality get in the way of him moving up to the big leagues and sticking around. And he's trying to be a good guy. But they leave you hanging for episode 2 and beyond as to whether Amanda Peet comes into play again and is his love interest, how Charles may or may not come back into play, and if Jim goes off the wagon, starts doing the drugs and the alcohol. So they leave you suspenseful and mindful of what may come. And I like that, but it was a very toned down, kind of vanilla Brockmire. I wasn't digging it. And I thought to myself, after the episode, would I give it a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or would I be kind of in between? And because I loved season 1 and I love season 2 so much, I'll tell you what, I'm going to kind of go in between, pointing down. I'm expecting big things tomorrow night on IFC, season 3, episode 2 for Brockmire. Either way, I watch it, and it does the job of entertaining me, taking my mind off a few things for a little while, and giving me a few laughs. So enjoy tomorrow night's episode. I will be back on my YouTube channel the next few days to give you a recap and tell you my thoughts on episode 2 in Brockmire. So enjoy it tomorrow night, and we'll be back here on the YouTube channel. We'll talk about it. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Please do go ahead and subscribe to the channel and check out 954sports.com. I'm Matt Levine. Adios.